What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the DC Universe Classics Wave 2 of the Green Lantern DC Universe Classics, excuse me. This is Skallox and Nite-Lik. Well, this is Skallox right here. I'm going to get to Nite-Lik in a minute. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this is Skallox, and Nite-Lik is the other one with the blue and the red and all that fun stuff. But yeah, this is part of the Stel Wave. This is Wave 2. And yeah, I picked these guys up, I don't know, a couple weeks ago actually. I'm just now getting to the review now. Sorry for the hold up. If you don't know, as soon as I get a new action figure, for my collection, no matter what kind of action figure it is, DCUC, anything, I started my Facebook page. You can check it out. It's the link is in the description box below. I always post a new picture whenever I get a brand new figure, and then I do the review after. So, just FYI, so you know. But this is Skallox. I'm just going to call him Skallox. If it's not Skallox and this is Nite-Lik, but I'm pretty sure this is Skallox. Anyway, anywho, we're going to just stop repeating myself and get to the figure. He's pretty cool looking. I'm trying to find another one of these Red Lantern bodies so I can just have both of them part of my Red Lantern stable. And yeah, so there you go. But for now, I only have the one body for both figures. And they do come with, I believe, the right leg of Stel. So I'm getting closer to finishing Stel, and I got these guys. So checking more figures off the list, and these are 2 on the list. Well, I'm really considering it kind of 1 on the list because it's kind of one and the other. So I'm only considering this really 1 off the list. But really quick, I'll just do a quick body change here. Just pops off. Hopefully I can get these hands off without ripping them, without breaking them or something. There you go, pretty simple. He does come with this collar. Kind of have to put the collar on first, and that's what the body looks like after you take everything off. There you go, you got the collar. He did not come with the tendrils for some reason that come out of his hands. I'm not sure. I checked the eBay ad. He did come with the leg of Stel, so I do have that. But for some reason he did not come with the other tendrils coming out of his hands, which isn't that big of a deal because I got this guy for $8 shipped, which is, you know, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but I'm just thought it was a really good deal, so I jumped on it, and it came with the collect and connect piece, which I needed, and his hands pop on very easily, much easier than Skallox's hands. He's a bit taller when he's dressed up as Nite-Lik here. There we go. Kind of reminds me of the Predator with these bones on his his tendrils, I guess if you want to call them that. But I guess you can put these any way you want. I have seen him like this before, so I mean, you can pose them any way you want. But yeah, pretty easy to put these 2 together, whether you prefer Nite-Lik or Skallox. It doesn't really much matter. But as far as articulation goes, he is pretty well articulated, even though he doesn't look like he would be pretty well articulated. He is. You can move his head side to side. It does look up a little bit, and it does look down. It doesn't really want to look up and stay up, you know what I mean? But it does look up if you wanted to. And it does move side to side. All you have to do is move these out of the way, to be honest with you. If they'll stay out of the way for 2 seconds while I do this review. His arm has a good range of motion, goes up and down, and can do a full 360. Goes up, that's about the maximum he's going up. He does have a bicep swivel, single bend at the elbow, a wrist rotation, does have an ab crunch, waist swivel, T-jointed hips which go out, forward and back nicely, upper thigh swivel, single bend at the knee, and an ankle hinge right here. This collar, now his collar here does not match the rest of his body, which kind of bothers me a little bit, but it kind of doesn't bother me at the same point, because I understand what they were trying to do here. They were trying to do a little bit of similarity from his skin and his ring, which is a little bit more of a metallic red as opposed to the flat red, base red that we get. Now, it might not be coming off as a little bit shiny and metallic here and on camera, but in hand it is. So, and that's a pretty big ring, and it's got this sculpting on it for Red Lantern. Pretty cool. I like the detail on the hand. Looks pretty good. There's the peg hole where the tendril will be coming out of his hand. Unfortunately, I don't have that, so which doesn't really bother me that much at all, to be honest with you. But I just wanted to point out that his collar, back to the collar here, is a more of a shiny metallic red as opposed to this base red, which, I mean, you can obviously see here. It's very, and I think he comes like that with every figure. It's not just my figure that I got. It wasn't just like a faulty thing with mine. But overall, I really like the face sculpt. Face sculpt looks good. Don't really have much to complain there. Nice sculpting on the head. Really nice sculpting. That goes through all up in the back, and then you got sculpting going on through here with some bones on there. Not too familiar with this character, to be honest with you. Nice skull right there. Feet. Somebody's feet, and looks like a hip bone right there. It definitely looks like a hip blade. But as far as Skallox goes, I'll just bring his head in here. Really nice sculpting on here. I would say that Nite-Lik probably has the better head sculpt because there's a lot more going on with him. But balance, if you're looking for balance in a figure, this is probably the head you want to go with. Nite-Lik's a little bit top heavy. Not too bad though, he still stands okay. But there you go. There is Skallox's head. Some nice sculpting going all throughout the head there. And I wish his mouth did open up. It would have been so cool if they could do that, but oh well. Here are his hands. As you can see there. Pretty cool fist. Good job. And consistent and good on this hand too. Try to get that logo. There you go. Same thing with this ring finger. It's a little bit metallic, not as much. As you can see, it looks like a little bit lighter of a red than this darker red over here on his hand. But there you go. I mean, there's not really much else to say about Nite-Lik and Skallox here. I'm glad to have them a part of my collection now, getting closer to finishing my collection and acquiring every Mattel DCUC figure ever made. I'm going to attempt to try and get every variant 2 and every DC superhero ever made. If I already had one version, though, I'm not going to get the other version in duplicate form unless there was some sort of variation. So there you go. He is on the list, so if you're wondering what number I'm on my list, you can check it in the description box below. And I am counting down, not up, just so you know if you're new to my channel. So there you go. And if you're confused about the list is basically this list that I've acquired to finish my DC Universe Classics collection as 100% complete. Every figure that Mattel has given us. So, and that was a thing I started almost about a year ago. But there you go. There is Nite-Lik and Skallox. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is a really nice figure. I would definitely recommend getting this figure. Maybe a little bit underrated. I kind of wish maybe they'd given us just Nite-Lik and Skallox separate, but you can always pick up a Red Lantern body extra. So, with that being said, I'm going to close it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the flip side.